going on, people? Good morning. Welcome back to the one and only Cream TV, folks. 2010. What happened in 2009? Where did it go? Where have I been? Why have I not made any YouTube videos? My bad. I know, guys. I've been gone for a while. But the good news is Cream TV's back. As you guys may all know, 2007, 2008, I was gone. I left on the Smirnoff tour. Met up with 10 people, traveled the world. Somewhere in that trip, about 3 months in, we went down to Brazil, and we were out one night at a venue, and I met the most beautiful, incredible woman in the world. Our relationship blossomed, and we tried to keep it afloat. It's hard to have a long-distance relationship. I don't know how you guys do it out there, but long-distance relationships is probably one of the hardest things in the world. But there was something there. There was a connection. So we kept writing to each other, emailing each other. Luckily, I had to go back in Brazil 2 months later, so we met up again. I went up to England and Scotland. We got to meet up over there. I went to Amsterdam. She changed her flights and met me down there. And the relationship just, I guess, we had something working in our favor. You know, every time I'd say goodbye, I'd always say, like, you know, bring her back to me, you know, and she'd always come back somehow, or I would always come back. That and email and Skype and MSN and Facebook, all that helped. So when I finished my whole trip, I went down to Brazil, spent about, how long was I in Brazil? About a month and a half with her and her family. I wanted to see if there was something a little bit more there, and there was. So when I came back to Canada, I said I gotta work and try to get a place for myself and just grow up from the whole traveling and having fun to let's get back down to reality. And it was a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call. But it's about a year later, and we're married. That's right, I got married. And let me actually show you a picture of her. This is my happy wife, Saira Fontes, and this is another picture of us, as well as this one. And once in a while, I send her some messages and I write, "Love your husband." It's a big transition getting married, you know. It's not you anymore. I know people say that when you have kids, but I think when you get married, it's just as important. Before I'd wake up, I'd take care of myself, do what I wanted. But when you get married, things change. It's a team. It's two people working together. It's love. It's good. It's bad. It's happiness. It's sadness. It's excitement. But in the long run, or overall, it's the most incredible thing in the world to wake up and have somebody beside you, and go to sleep and have somebody beside you. I don't think there's a more satisfying feeling that I can have while I'm with my wife. It's unexplainable. That's what it really is, and it's a lot of sacrifice. But I think when people find a balance and they know their limitations and they know what they can do and what they can't do, that's when a marriage can take growth. And I think we're at that stage. It's the first year, so we're learning a lot about each other. We're learning the do's and the don'ts, the likes and the dislikes, and you know, sometimes how far a person can go, and and all that and said beside. It's like living with your best friend and having your best friend with you at all times, when you're playing video games, when you're cooking, when you're going out, and it's amazing, because it's not like when you're in a relationship or when you're dating somebody or you guys are just living to each other. I think marriage takes it all to a different level, and it is really a commitment. When people say you're making a commitment, that's exactly what it is. It's a commitment to each other, and you know, it just can't be broken as easily, or you know, you got to put in your 110%, and you got to really know what the other person is feeling, and that's how two people connect. And I wish everyone in the world can experience such a great thing that we can experience. So let me show you guys a little bit of some pictures that I did while I was traveling around the world. I like to display some of them so that when people come over, I don't have to put out the photo album and whatnot. So let's start from the top. As you guys know, one of the first places I went to was Mexico City. This is the Sun and Moon Pyramid that I got to visit. Extremely beautiful outside of Mexico, and I actually walked all the way to the top and took some pictures here. We got Russia, Moscow over here. This is the Red Square. And I was there in the wintertime, so it was cold. It did snow, but Russia's just, you know, it's Russia. It's different from Canada. It's different from South America, but there was definitely some beautiful architecture, and the subway system was probably one of the most beautiful subway systems I've ever seen. Every station was different. Over here, as you know, if you've watched my YouTube videos, was in Ibiza, Spain. I met like 18 people. We drove here and we took a bunch of pictures. This is supposed to be a meteor rocket that fell down, and it's supposed to bring off some good feelings. Good feelings. This is a picture of me and my beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful wife. That's another picture of her. Here we got South Africa. This is the tip of the world. We got some beaches. We got me flying in Brazil. I had to sign my life away. I had to sign a paper that said, if you die, we're not cannibal for you, and we will ship your body back to Canada. I took the risk, and I jumped off a cliff, and that's a view of Copacabana Beach. Gorgeous. So I was working in China. This is the falls in Australia, London. This is Formentera. You guys remember I went down with the rope. Me and my wife in front of Buckingham Palace. We tried to talk to the Queen. I tried to talk to the Queen. I tried to send her some messages. I came all the way from Canada to come visit you. You're on my money. I've been seeing you my whole life ever since I've been growing up. But she just wouldn't come out of the palace, you know. And I tried to talk with a British accent. I said, good day, Queen. I traveled all the way from Canada. All the way from Canada just to visit your palace. Can I come in for some tea? Or have you got some biscuits for me? But she wouldn't have it. I thought Coronation Street taught me better, but guess I was wrong. Disappointed in you, Queen. Maybe next time. This was me and my wife when we went down to the Carnival in Brazil. We got to wear the same T-shirts so that they know that nobody scammed their way in. This is where the Berlin Wall was up. 1989, they tore it down, and that's the famous shot. So had to take a picture there, of course. I'm wearing a captain hat, and it actually says captain on my shirt, so tried to get all military style. This is a picture. I put my camera on the floor, and it's actually right under here. That's me doing a flip, but the picture's right under here. And took a picture with the Smirnoff crew. Taj Mahal, how could you forget India? Is it not a postcard picture that? It's like a postcard picture. I'm just sitting there. I should turn it into a postcard. Oh. Cristo Rendendo, as you guys know, Brazil, all the way at the top is the famous Cristo, which is something that the French built, sort of like the Statue of Liberty in America, but this is what they gave to Brazil. That was a really long time ago. I think it's almost like 100 years old. So, Cristo Rendendo. We got Sunset, Barcelona, Guido, everyone takes pictures here. Scotland, India, the wall. I don't know what happened to us here, but we look red and tanned. We were living on a beach for 2 weeks, and don't get me wrong, I took in the sun. We don't get the sun like that in Canada. Picture of me and my wife's best friend, Andressa. She should be joining us shortly. She wants to come down and visit Canada and see what it has to offer. The Sugarloaf in Brazil. We got famous view in Australia. This is actually in front of this. So there's waterfalls, and then there's beautiful view in the front. And this is a beautiful building I saw in Berlin, which, as you know, like 80-90% of the city got destroyed. So for something like that to have survived the war, I thought was like a little miracle. All right, so we got a little bit of Soldier Boy, Soldier Boy, Soldier Boy. Da, 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 da. All right, so I showed you guys a little bit of what's going on over there. One day I got to do one of those MTV crib videos, even though I don't got a million bedrooms. Could be fun. That's about it for now. That's about what's going on in my life. And Cream TV will be back. Next time we'll discuss something else, and hope you guys are all doing good in the new year. Everybody's focused, and all the love. Peace.